Welcome back, everybody, to another TK Breezy video. We're going to go ahead and get to part 3 of the synopsis. If you have not watched part 1 and 2, they will be linked below. But now we're going to get from Greninja all the way to Incineroar because I'm saving the DLC for another episode. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Greninja is a somewhat of a quick Pokemon. Definitely is a stickier pressure type Pokemon. Getting in with Nair is nice. Getting in with Dash Attack, getting in with Down Tilts will all lead to great stuff for Greninja. The unfortunate part about Greninja, though, is Greninja does not have out of shield options, like at all. Like, you have back air, but that's not like a real one for most people. So basically, Greninja can pressure shields very well, but can't take pressure on his shield at all. You have a pretty good projectile too within your Shuriken. I think that's a really good projectile, and you have some pretty good kill power all together, man. Like, you have a F smash, which is F smash. You have F air, which is basically aerial F smash. Up smash, tippered or not tippered. Down smash is all right. And then you have like a Gimp worthy up B where you can use your water to push people away. So overall, I think Greninja is actually a pretty cool character. I was playing him for a while because I had a lot of bad matchups as Wii Fit trainer against short people. But then I was like, well, Greninja sweeps the ground, so who cares? So you get, I was doing a lot of like running around, dash dancing, dash attacks, dash dancing, down tilts, dash dancing, neutral airs or down throws to IRR back airs and stuff like that. I think Greninja can be a little flowcharty at times, but for the most part, that flowchart is pretty good as long as you can avoid shield pressure. Yeah, like I have to reiterate that again. Greninja does not have good out of shield options. Like, you don't. Your back air is your fastest thing, but it doesn't hit low most of the time. And so if you're playing against a short character and they're pressuring you, you're usually stuck there, and your grab is a little slower. So like doing shield grabs is a little rough for Greninja as well. So, but regardless, I still think the character's pretty good. Somewhere around the highest tier. Wouldn't say like if I would say probably like a low part of the high tier, but you know, still very good. Moving on, we got Palutena. This character has been a menace since the beginning of the game, and she continues to be a menace even with a little bit of nerfs that she's got. It hasn't really changed too much of her style. With Palutena, she is her Nair is pretty much everything. It is like one of the best moves in the game. You can just do it out of shield. You can do it for combos. You can walk off stage and do it if for edge guards. It will eventually kill. So you don't have to worry too much about that. You have two great projectiles, but I feel like people don't think that auto reticle is that good, but I think auto reticle is pretty nice. However, obviously explosive flame is better than auto reticle. I think your recovery is kind of iffy. It goes very far, but people are really good at two framing teleport recoveries. So with that being said, like, you usually will get sniped out of that pretty frequently. It is kind of annoying to deal with, I think, as a Palutena player, but at the same time though, you pretty much rule neutral, so you shouldn't be in disadvantage too often anyway, because you're a neutral monster. So you got pretty good combos out of your down throw. Your up air is very strong. All your smashes are strong, but you'll most likely be killing with up smash anyway if you're going to kill with smash. If not, otherwise you'll be killing with either back air, back throw, or neutral air off stage and stuff like that, or an up air as well. You're most likely an up air, but this character's nuts. I think if you're trying to pick up this game and you want to pick up a pretty good character, Palutena is it. I messed around Palutena a little bit near the beginning, but it just wasn't my style. But this character's definitely nuts. So if you're looking for a good character, then play some Palutena. Pac-Man. This character is tricky, but also is a zoner, and that is exactly what you expect to see when you're watching a Pac-Man. Now, the thing about Pac-Man is that some of his aerials are very quick, so he can scrap too, and that's just something that happens to happen in this game. There's a lot of zoners who can scrap. So Pac-Man is another one of those zoners who can scrap to get people off him. You're not going to be like running in with Pac-Man. You basically just want to use your aerials to get people off you. Your neutral air is very fast out of shield. Forward air is very fast out of shield. Most of the time when you're coming down, if anybody's under you, you just throw Hydrant down, and it's really hard to interact with unless whoever you're playing with has a reflector, and usually they'll probably forget that anyway. You have bonus fruit combos, and you'll see a lot from a lot of players who do play this. I know Sinji is more of a defensive type, but T would hit a lot of combos. Chef Pack would hit a lot of combos and whatnot. But you can play defensive too, man. Hydrant really does slow down the game quite a bit. It's annoying projectile to get around, and you have to hit it with a lot of force to actually move it. So a lot of the times, if people aren't like strong characters, they'll end up just kind of like having a hard time dealing with Hydrant. So it's a very annoying move. Your special moves are all pretty good. Up B out of shield is great. It's pseudo Game and Watch, but obviously you can't act out after it. But it is pretty good out of shield. You'll get people off of you, even if you don't necessarily hit them. Well, I think you always hit them, but like even if you don't necessarily hit them, the trampoline will still get them out your way. So, yeah, I mean I feel like for kill power, most of your smashes are good, and you'll usually get that off of like your Bell, because Bell shocks. Back air is pretty decent with kill power, but for the most part, like, yeah, you're probably looking for a Bell combo or you're looking for either a Hydrant hit, or you're looking for a Key hit, or an Apple, or a Melon, or just bonus fruit in general, bro. The bonus fruit go crazy. So if you're looking for a zoner that can play a little tricky, and you just like Pac-Man in general, or you like Namco or whatever, then Pac-Man is the character for you. Speaking of, we have even more zoners. We got Robin, who is another zoner, but this zoner actually hits very hard when he has Levin Sword. So Robin, you know, another Fire Emblem rep. I think I don't know if he's better or worse in this game. I feel like he's better, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Levin Sword goes crazy. That shit does mad damage. You can now do almost full charge Levin. I think stage 3. It might be stage 3 or 4. Whatever's like right under the full charge. That into usual aerials or a smash attack if they're close enough. If you do that into a down smash, you will break a shield. So that's good. You have good projectiles again with the Arc Fire. Arc Thunder is pretty good as well. It's just a very quick projectile. You got Nosferatu, which is not something that people use a lot, but that is a command grab, and if you're at higher percentages, you know, you can heal up a little bit, so why not? And yeah, the downfall of this character is that he's very slow. Robin is a very slow character as far as like run speed and stuff. I think your aerial momentum is not that bad, and you do have a great recovery when it comes to distance. But yeah, Robin can get outran by like the entirety of the cast. So, but at the same time, you're a zoner, so if you're winning, that really doesn't matter because you're just trying to keep people away from you anyway. So as long as you're winning, I think you're in a decent spot. But even when you're losing, Robin can be a little annoying. When you lose your books, you can use those as projectiles too, so that can also help you with zoning. Also with your swords, you can lose that and help you with your zoning. So the character's pretty nice, but probably like still mid tier though, you know. Just not the greatest character to really be popping off with. However, though, I mean, if you really like Fire Emblem, or if you like a zoner who has some good power behind some hits, then Robin could be the character for you. So, yeah. Moving on, we got Shulk. Shulk is a swordsman, has one of the largest swords in the game, but also has the Monado on his side. So you can use the arts that he has to change Shulk's, DNA, basically. So, like, when you go speed Monado, he runs faster. But you know, if you go shield Monado, then you're heavier. You run slower, but you're harder to kill. If you go smash Monado, you'll kill faster. You go jump Monado, obviously you'll jump higher and have more airspeed. And then if you go Buster, you'll do more damage, but I think you also take more damage too. Shulk, interestingly enough, I don't feel like we get a lot of Shulk representation here, but I think this character is pretty good. I think that it's a more unorthodox sword though, because like most of the other swords can kind of run at you and just spam like forward air. Shulk really doesn't do that too much. It's more so like you're spamming the neutral air, but you're doing it backwards so you can get that last hit this way, and also land with less landing lag. This character definitely has some pretty cool setups. Air Slash is a great edgeguard move because of the fact that it covers so much space in front of Shulk, and you can still grab the ledge backwards. Your counter is pretty good, but like, you know, it's not like you're not going to depend on it that much. You got pretty good kill power, especially if you're in Smash. If you're in Smash, pretty much everything kills, man. A straight forward air will kill. Any Smash will kill. F tilt will kill. Up tilt will kill. It's all nice. So yeah, the character. I mean, like the thing about Shulk though is that your frame data is not that great. Like you have a lot of laggy moves. So throwing out stuff, you got to be careful. But at the same time though, that's okay because you do have a lot of range. So if you make sure you play by your range, you're pretty good. You'll be pretty fine. You'll see a lot of Shulks like fish for back airs near the end of their stocks because that is a good kill move as well, but also has good distance. So if you want to do that, then yeah. So yeah, if you want to like a more unorthodox sword with some style, with some flash because of the arts, and you want to be able to keep the gameplay fun and fresh, then yeah, Shulk is for you. Yeah. Moving on, we got not naked Shulk. Uh-oh. This is the battle of grown men right here, by the way. Like this is where he at. This is the battle of grown men. meet me at Final Destination shirtless. Will do. Anyway, Bowser Jr. This character is another unorthodox character that I really wish they would have made without the cart. And I only say that because I feel like I love Bowser Jr. as a character, but the Paintbrush Bowser Jr. probably would have been a more fun play. Regardless, though, what we have is a cart Bowser Jr. Cart it has some pretty interesting properties for Bowser Jr. But for the most part, though, like what you will be doing with cart is zooming. You zoom with this thing, man. Like you got the side B. That's one of his most used moves, and you can jump out of it. So you can you can hit side B on someone's shield and then jump out of it and then hit an aerial. You can hit side B, and if it hits, you can jump out of it and hit another aerial. You can do up airs at the beginning of your stocks to get some good damage. Up air is actually a really big combo move for this character. You got some decent projectiles. I feel like cannon's not really used that much, but drop shot cannon is pretty cool if you can get it directly over the ledge. Obviously, your main one will be the Mecha Koopa, where you can drop it, you can pick it back up and use it as like a bomb then. And yeah, Bowser Jr. definitely has good kill power. Not only do you have F smash, but you have up smash that also kills. Up B out of shield, or up B just in general will kill. But if you do up B and it hits and you drift forward, you can do up B and then you can do your unarmed or your uncarded aerial attack, which is just him swinging the hammer, and that does big damage as well. So he's pretty heavy too, so he's kind of hard to kill. And then of course, me and we got variation. So if you don't want to play Bowser Jr. but you still want to play some carded fiend, there you go. So, but yeah, man, overall, this character definitely is more on the, I feel like, the weaker side of this game. You don't really see, or the more the gimmicky side, if you will, of this game. Bowser Jr. does not have a lot of representation, but the few representations they have somewhere in SoCal, they usually plays pretty well. I'm not sure if they're still out here playing right now, but back before quarantine, the Bowser Jr.'s in SoCal were doing it up. So, yeah, but I think Bowser Jr. has some pretty safe shield pressure too with your aerials if you space them correctly. And you actually have a pretty interesting, like, I think your forward air, you can hit it twice so you can get a nice little combo off that, like at 0%. So that's pretty cool. Back air is actually a killer as well. And yeah, just he has power, and he is heavy. He's just unorthodox to play. Also, you're in this game, your forward throw and your jab both kill. So if you're ever at the edge, right, and you're trying to edge guard, or you're waiting for someone to stand up, a lot of the times when I play Bowser Jr., if someone stands directly up, I just start jabbing, because I know that if I hit any one of those jabs, it's rapid jab into death. So yeah, he's like one of the few characters that does have a jab that will actually kill. So that is something going for him. But yeah, man, if you want to play a silly character that's that with a lot of power, that's pretty fun, then Bowser Jr. could be for you. Moving on, we got another zoner here within Duck Hunt, who is kind of more of an he's even more unorthodox zoner because of what you have. You have the baked beans. You got the can that you can continue to hit with B to make it jump. You got the gunman, but you have different gunmen. They have different things, and it's all random. So you have your clay pigeon where you throw it, and then once it hits, you can shoot it again, or you can shoot it before it even hits. But usually, you let the clay pigeon hit, and then you hit B again so it hits. Duck Hunt actually surprisingly has some good kill power too, and has some combos as well. But you usually get kills with smashes, or your projectiles, or an up air. Also has a down air for a spike too. The biggest issue with Duck Hunt though is I feel like Duck Hunt does not really have good tools of getting people off of him. Neutral air is pretty fast, but it's not like Pac-Man fast. You know what I'm saying? And then like when people get on top of you or they push you off stage, you don't have really good way. You don't have good ways to cover your recovery except for throwing out your B move and hoping that it covers your trajectory, because Duck Hunt does not have a hitbox on his up B. So basically, if you're just out there out and about, if you get hit and you get like spiked, you're probably gonna die to the next thing that the opponent's gonna do, because as you're coming up, they're just gonna spike you again. Other than that, man, if you're like, I feel like if you're a good zoner, then this can be a character that's good for you. I'm personally not too good at zoning, so I don't really play too many zoners myself, because I can't do it that well. But if you are good at zoning, I think Duck Hunt could be a character that you could look into as well. There's definitely better zoner characters, but it's not a bad zoner by any means. So moving on, we got Ken and Ryu, but I'm gonna have to do them separately because there actually is differences between them. Ryu was the original Shoto of Smash. It's kind of lost its luster since Ken has kind of showed up. I mean, I know that Ryu still has like some like power over Ken when it comes to certain moves, but for the most part, like I feel like if you're gonna play Ryu, you might as well play Ken. But if you do want to play Ryu, your Tatsu does kill. You have pretty good specials just in general. Your up B will still kill as well. You have good shield breakers. You know, you can just do the heavy forward tilt, and that will shield break as well. Your focus is always going to be a good part of their kit. I normally don't like Ryu's focus because if you're playing a short character, you can duck under his focus, but like I think Ken, you have a harder time ducking under his focus because he kicks, but Ryu punches. So I feel like I don't have too much to say about this character in this game specifically because I feel like I don't see him as much as I see Ken. So I think that, like, you know, if you want to play a Shoto but you don't want to play Ken, then obviously play Ryu. But I think if you want to play a Shoto and you want to get some wins, then it's probably time to play Ken. Your fireball is good. Your fireball here, the Tatsuneku fireball is or Shakinetsu, I think. Fireball is really good, but it is one of the easier projectiles to get through, and it also multi-hits, so sometimes it will trade. Like the first hit will just trade and it's gone. So yeah, I think the biggest things that he has is some of his aerials seem to be well, his neutral air is different, but I feel like Ken's neutral air is still better. But all he really has is that Tatsu. First hit of Tatsu is strong as fuck, and it's kind of surprising. And a lot of times I've seen people actually kill with Ryu. They just throw Tatsu out randomly and it will just hit. So yeah, man, if you want to play Shoto, play Ryu, but also play Ken. Ken is nice. Ken is probably the better, well, not even probably, definitely the better Shoto. He's faster. He has good kill options. He has great combos to rack up damage. I don't actually know if his up B is stronger than Ryu's up B, but I feel like it is now. Let me go ahead and look. I will look at the ultimate frame data, but we're in a video right now, so if you do know, just go ahead and say it in the comments. But yeah, man, everything that he does is just like, it's just good. Like, this character just fucking slaps, bro. Like, Ken players will try to downplay this character. Don't listen to them, man. Kens are allowed to just drift through the air with neutral air and then just dance on your shield after that. And other than that, they can just dance around and then whiff punish you and dance on your shield even more. So if you're not getting your shield danced on, then you're getting your damage danced on. So I don't see why you would ever play Ryu over Ken, but I do think that you should play Ken if you want to play a Shoto, like the actual Shoto, and not this Smash Shoto that y'all are saying. But we'll get to that later because most of them are DLC. But yeah, man, if you want a powerful fighter who gets in there and makes it happen, then you play Ken. Ken is that dude, bro. Ken's Tatsu is more annoying because like his multi-hits and it feels like you're literally at disadvantage all the time when Ken's on top of you. So if you want to play a character that as I said, if you want to play a character that gets in there and beats ass, play Ken, but you do have to learn inputs because inputs is what make that character a lot better indeed. Cloud, our other blonde king right here. Not as good as he was in Smash 4, but still pretty good. In fact, we're seeing more Clouds as of recent with the resurgence of like, well, first we had Spargo obviously popping off the Cloud, but then Cola as well as Cloud pops off as well. Strong swordsman, good reach still on his back air, so he can still do like the back air fish and shenanigans, but your up air and your neutral air got supremely nerfed as far as how you could just glide through the air with those. However, you still got a lot of power on Cloud, so I would not say that he's weak by any means in this game. This character is still good. Your recovery is pretty bad until you have limit, but I mean with the way that your directional air dodge works, that works out as well. So Cloud is Cloud's a powerhouse swordsman for sure though. You got good kill power in pretty much all of your smashes. You got good kill power in your dash attack. You got good kill power in your forward air if you spike. Or even if you hit the weak hitbox or the sour spot, it's still pretty good. You have good kill power in your back air, down air. It does it all. Like he's just killing. Your tilts are pretty good too. You'll see a lot of Clouds get that F tilt for a KO sometimes. Up tilt is good as for like getting pressure off you or just get swiping above you. But yeah, this character's pretty good. You'll have your blade beam as well. And cross slash does a shit ton of damage regardless if it's limit or not limit. You have a great up B out of shield. So that means you have a good up B option or out of shield option. You have up smash out of shield too, but you might as well just up B out of shield for the damage. Still won't be what you saw in Smash 4, but this character is indeed a good character, so do not sleep on Cloud. So if you want to play another powerhouse swordsman, then definitely check out Cloud. You know, he's doing it up. Corrin, this character apparently sucked at the beginning of this game, and I kind of still don't really understand why, because you have one of the best neutral airs in the game. That shit is unpunishable. But the thing about Corrin is that Corrin has a hard time killing or doing anything to the side. So Corrin's two moves to go off stage to try to do anything to kill people to the side are back air or side B. Everything else hits up. So like a lot of times it's really hard for Corrin to go off for edge guards. But the good thing that Corrin does have is a good kill power up. Like a lot of her moves do kill up very well. Side B is a way better move in this game because you can now cancel out of it by just dropping down instead of having to, or jumping out of it instead of having to actually kick, which was a problem before. Because if you did the pin and you didn't hit and you had to kick, you were getting hard punished. Now kick still gets hard punished if you do it into someone's shield, but now you have options to not do that. So you have you have a really good neutral B with Dragon Fang shot and the chomp as well, which you can do the small Dragon Fang shot, but then do the big chomp for early KO. You do have good power to kill above you with up smash, with up air, with up B, and you have a pretty good F smash as well, because now in this game when you charge F smash, and you know how charging works and whatever, it might actually been like that in 4, but I'm not sure. But your inside sword, the Saw sword, actually continues to hit the shield. So sometimes you can break shield by charging F smash directly on top of someone and then hitting the F smash after it's finished charging. Otherwise you'll get a shield poke and you just get a strong F smash anyway. Corrin's pretty slow run speed wise, and the aerial momentum is not that good either, so I think that is somewhat of an issue of trying to get combos, but it also kind of works well with Corrin because Corrin's combos all go up anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But it does, even with your combos going up, DI does exist in the game and people will usually be able to escape anyway. So I don't know what to really say about Corrin, like why you would play Corrin over anybody else. I think if you're gonna play Corrin, like it almost feels like just play Lucina or like Roy or something. But if you're gonna stick to Corrin, at least you have like some. Oh, I kicked that dream out the system. Hold up. And we back. Anyway, if you're gonna play Corrin, just go ahead and get used to, you know, playing on someone's shield with neutral air, playing a little defensively because again you're not that fast. You might have to go for some whiff punishes and whatnot. And then on top of that, you have to shark. You have to shark. Like you literally have to shark with this character if you want kills. So shark it up with Corrin. If you like to shark, if you like to stay under people and make sure they never touch the ground, then maybe Corrin's your character. Bayonetta, she kind of sucks in this game in comparison to 4 for sure. Now, what I really think about Bayonetta is that I still have Bayonetta PTSD, and Afterburner Kick is still one of the best moves in the game. But unfortunately, your combos aren't nearly as deadly as they were in Smash 4. But she can still get the job done. It's just a little harder. And the thing about Bayonetta as well is that like it's very obvious what you're going to do for kills. So once someone's past 100, you're going to be doing Afterburner Kicks into back airs all the time. You're going to be looking for straight smashes, dash attacks, maybe a forward throw at the edge. She's just very obvious of what she's going to do, even though she's supposed to be a very tricky character because of her combo game. However, as I said, she kind of lost the luster that she had in since 4, which is obviously a good thing because she really ruled 4 in a major way. She was very polarizing. Not as polarizing in this game, but you still do have one of the best moves in the game, in my opinion, and that's the Afterburner Kick. That shit goes crazy. It's a move that cuts cross shields like this, and then it's kind of hard to punish for, and then it ends quickly, so it's kind of hard to punish for people who don't have like quick reactions or whatnot. And it sets you up for a perfect back air. So I don't know, man. Bayonetta does have kill power for sure, but it's in some very laggy smashes, so that's kind of unfortunate for her. Her back air definitely does kill, and if you get a combo that goes all the way to the top, then you'll just forward air and you'll get a kill up there as well. But for the most part, like when we talk about kill power, we usually talk about something that you can just fish for, right? In Smash, when you're talking about kill power, you're talking about something you can just fish for or do, and it's like going to hit. Like, for instance, Bowser has a lot of kill power, right? Like in all of his smashes, but at the same time, Bowser can also just drop F tilts and down tilts and hope for kills as well. So with that being said, he has good kill power. Bayonetta's fishing is just back airs basically. So she does have kill power. I'm not sure if it's good, but with a solid read, she can definitely find some KOs there. It's just unfortunate that you have to go so hard for those KOs. But yeah, man, if you still want to play a combo character, she's it. Like she definitely has combos, and once you like master those, it does feel good. You definitely are stealing neutral a lot of the time, and you're making sure that the other player who is playing doesn't get a chance to play as much as they want to play because you are just comboing them all the time. The issue is that, again, your combos do not kill all the time, but you are racking up damage to make it easier for you to kill later. So yeah, if you want to play a combo character, play some Bayonetta. She's definitely still usable. Inkling, this character ruled at the beginning of Smash Ultimate. Like at the beginning, everyone was like, Inkling's the best character in the game, and then I don't know, I guess she just came lackluster because her kill options are also telegraphed. Inkling wants to grab you at like 100 and go for up throw up air, 100 is a ballpark. I'm sure it's not 100 on everyone, but it's around that area. I feel like if you round it for the cast. You want to fish for back airs, you want to fish for drop zone forward airs, or you want to try to get roller into smashes or whatever, or an up smash out of shield. But I think that's because of that, because people know what you're looking for as Inkling. This character has kind of lost its luster. Character is pretty cool to look at though. As you can see, there's a lot of cool variations of Inkling, so that's nice. I will say that Inkling has one of the safest aerials in the game within back air. It's got great spacing, and it's not that negative on shield. So therefore, you can kind of just fish for back airs a lot in neutral, which is totally fine. You have one of the best dash animations in the game because you go underground, but also your dash animation almost doubles as your roll animation. So you can kind of trick people up on what you're doing just by dash dancing and rolling every now and then, because they're like, did he roll or did he dash dance? You got good combos from your throws very early on and even later on, because you get up throw up air for sure. But for the most part, yeah, Inkling can get a little telegraphed. I think that's the downfall of Inkling, is that you get telegraphed at times and people are like, all right, I know exactly what you're going to do. But telegraphed or not, this character still is nuts. You know, I don't know if y'all ever seen, but when you do the jab at the edge, if you do the jab at the edge with your back facing the edge, you don't get pushed back, and neither does your opponent, so you can waste your whole ink tank and get like a 70% jab. That shit's crazy. And yeah, I mean, the character's just nuts. Like, I think that it's a good character to pick up at the beginning of the game, because like what you're doing is very, I don't know, I won't say flowcharty, but it's very easily understood. Okay, like at this point I'm looking for these, at this point I'm looking for these, and now you're in kill percentage. I can fish for a roller, I can fish for an up smash out of shield, I can fish for a grab, and then throw you off stage and go for a drop zone forward air. And your recovery is good too. The recovery has a hitbox at the beginning, so you can ink shine, as they call it, by running off stage and just immediately hitting recovery. And if you land on stage, it does have a hitbox on landing. So character's good. Character is good. So if you're not, you know, if you're looking for a character like that, you know, you want to just have like a solid character to go to, like a solid go-to character, then Inkling can definitely be it. Moving back over, we're going to Ridley, the heavy that's not a heavy. I mean, he's still technically kind of heavy, but he's definitely not as heavy as you would expect with his size. Ridley is somewhat of an annoying character on both sides. I feel like Ridley can get comboed very easily and die very easily because he's not as heavy as you expect, but at the same time, Ridley's neutral air and range is kind of annoying to deal with at times. Ridley's neutral air into F tilt is like, that's the BNB. It doesn't even matter if you hit, like, it's if you neutral air someone's shield, right? And then they're like, all right, I'm coming out shield, and you F tilt, that's most likely gonna hit. You also have a very obnoxious fireball, because you can pick if you want to pick shoot 1 or 6 fireballs, I think, and that is and it does mad damage if they all hit. So that that's probably most of the good stuff for Ridley. You have really good kill power up. You have a command grab, and if you command grab with higher health, people can't break out of it. But if you do command grab of lower health, people can break out of it. But usually because they're mashing, you end up just you just hit jab, and you'll probably hit that anyway a lot of the time. So you have a decent recovery. Really, recovery is kind of weird because it's an angled recovery, but it only has 5 directions you can go. You go up, you go forward, like up forward, back, you know, up forward both ways, or you go down, but like a hard diagonal down, or you have down. So it's like, there's not full control over that, which means you definitely have to pick and choose how you're going to get back to the stage, because usually what will happen is Ridley's will use all their jumps, their air dodge, and then they'll up B straight up. And the reason why you up B straight up is because, you guessed it, even if you didn't guess it, I'm going to say you guessed it, your wings are invincible. So it's hard to challenge Ridley from above. You can get beside Ridley and try to like back air him into the stage, but for the most part, like if you're trying to challenge Ridley on his way up, just don't. Like, you might even die to that. You might get stage spiked. His up air and his up B are really strong for multiple reasons. So I don't think this character is that good though, regardless of the stuff that Ridley has. I think that not being that good in this game doesn't mean much though. I think Ridley can still do it. I think if you're playing against someone who does not understand the matchup or know that like they should stop touching your shield, they're gonna get blown up by neutral airs out of shield a lot. You also are really good at harassing under platforms, because Ridley is tall and almost all of his stuff will hit through platforms. Up smash will hit through platforms, up tilt will hit through platforms, neutral airs hit through platforms, and it's safe. So he can play house a little bit. He can play house a little bit. So if you're ever on like you know, Smashville or whatever, you can definitely just sit in the middle and throw fireballs and then neutral air people as they get close to you. But for the most part, yeah, I still don't think this character's that great. But if you want to play a heavy that is pretty quick too, really it's pretty fast, and I also forgot his dash attack is a really good kill move as well. If you want to play a character that's somewhat heavy and is pretty fast and has a good out of shield option, then really maybe your character. Simon and Richter, these are true zoners of the class, and I'm saying that because like they have, well, I mean they have 3 good projectiles for zoning, and they have range on their moves. So most of the time you'll be seeing them play at a good distance, where they can throw their cross, they can throw out their holy waters, they can throw out their axes, and just kind of keep you at bay. And then when you get up on top of them, they'll either neutral air out of shield or neutral air you, or if you're close enough, they'll just forward air you a bunch of times. And if you get directly on top of them, you'll probably get upbeat out of shield, which is a good out of shield option for them. So Ridley, Richter and Simon, definitely hard characters to get in on because of the onslaught of projectiles they have. Holy Cross is so good because if you throw it backwards and then you jump over it and let it go, it'll just keep going. But even if you throw it forward, it has a lot of space, or it has a lot of it has a lot of area regardless though. And then anytime that you hit a holy fire, like you're most likely, or holy water in case of Richter, you're going to be able to land an F smash. Almost all their smashes are pretty strong, especially if you hit the tipper. But you're most likely gonna be killing with F smash and or going off stage or hitting a forward or back air or something like that. Up air is actually a really good killer too, which I've seen a lot of Ridley's or Richters. I keep saying Ridley's, Richters and Simons hit this the cross back into the up air, which is a pretty cool combo. But yeah, this character is a true zoner. So if you, again, another zoner for you if you want to play that. This game has a lot of fucking zoners. So if you're a zoner, you might be in heaven. But this one can actually play a mid-range distance too because of your whip. So you're not like running away full stages all the time. You're running away and try to keep in like mid-distance so you can whip, so you can nay-nay, and you can also throw projectiles for sure. So anyway, yeah, as I said, if you want to play a zoner with mid-range zoner, this is it right here. These 2 characters. And they got some nice colors too. Got some pretty nice colors, you know? Rool, a true heavy in his name and in his game. This man is doing exactly what you expect to do as heavy, eat a bunch of hits and then kill you at 60. And he can eat even more hits because that gold part of him actually eats hits up to a certain threshold. Like it can't break and it'll take as a shield break, but that honestly never happens too often. So your dash attack does that well. Your forward air does that well because he winds back, so he puts his belly forward first. Your neutral air is godlike now, and that's just a safe move on shield. So you can neutral air into like whatever pressure you want to do after that. Neutral air jab, neutral air down tilt, neutral air, another neutral air. You have a pretty annoying projectile with your crown throw, and then on top of that you also have your blunderbuss, which is your cannon. Now, if you use the cannon and it's out, you can now use the cannon to suck in people and throw them in whatever direction you want. You forward or back. So that joint is dope as well. That's actually sometimes a kill move, some of their cheesier kill moves where they shoot the cannon and then jump off stage and just keep doing it until they can like grab you and then throw you into the stage. He has a lot of kill power, obviously. F tilt, down tilt ground, so you can get a stronger hit after that. F smash, up smash has kill power, but it's a really weird move, so sometimes it's kind of hard to hit. Your down throw also grounds, so if you get that, you can get it easy. Up tilt or smash, or down smash. Depending on how much percentage they have. You can also do this thing. It's like I don't know if this aiming thing is still in, but if you down throw someone and then jab them and they come out the ground, they're in like a jab hit stun. So then you can grab them again. So he has somewhat a pseudo infinite for sure. This character has 2 spikes, but the back air spike is way easier to hit. And even if you don't hit the back air spike, you're still going to get a very strong back air hit. So he's a strong heavy. He definitely does what heavies do. And he has a little more jank because of his belly being that super, or being able to eat hits. So if you're looking for a good heavy to play, or I don't know about good, because I mean, as I said, I think there's a lot of good heavies in this game. But yeah, I guess he's still good. If you're looking for a good heavy to play, Rool could be your best bet too. And he has 2 pretty good projectiles. So if you're looking for a good heavy to play that you can play against zoners potentially, then maybe Rool is your pick. Isabelle is the counterpart of Villager. Got some differences for Villager. Your down B now plants the Lloid Rocket instead of planting a tree, which is now like a mine, but you can also throw it up too by hitting down B again and it'll come out the ground. Your side B is a fishing pole, which is a command throw, which is really good for edge guarding by just keeping it off the stage. But also, if you get an early game fishing pole, you can get some nice combos off that as well, like down throw up air, down throw forward air, whatever, stuff like that. Your neutral air out of shield is really good. She has the pom-poms instead of the cartwheel, which is like, they're still the same thing. You can get 2 of those out the way. But Isabelle's kind of known to be like not that good of a character. Another zoning character as well. And they do have annoying zones. It's just not as crazy as other zoners because of the fact that like now you don't have the Lloid Rocket for you. You're like a setup slash zoner character. Your forward and back air is still annoying to deal with, regardless of if you hit the sweet spot or the longer spot, which is not really that strong. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I used to play Isabelle a lot, but she's definitely lacking in a little bit in this game. I think if you want to play Isabelle, it's probably because you think she's cute. She is a very cute character for sure, but at the same time, if you want to play Isabelle, just know that like your gameplay is most likely going to lean around hitting someone away, putting a Lloid Rocket down, and then chilling behind that Lloid Rocket while shooting forward and back airs. And then if someone gets on top of you, you'll most likely hit a neutral air or whatever. You can go off stage for down airs because they don't have the random turnips. She always pulls two turnips when she does her up and down air, which means that you always get a spike when you go down air, and you in a set power on that one. Your smashes are actually really, well, your F smash is really strong. Your up smash is pretty good. Down smash is whatever, but it's actually pretty fast, so that's not too bad of a move. But overall, compared to the rest of the class, the rest of the characters, she does seem pretty lacking. So, but if you want to play a zoner, somewhat of a zoner, I mean, you could play her as well. I think that if you want to play a zoner, you could probably play better zoners, and I do think that between her and Villager, depending on what you're doing, Villager probably is better. The tree and having access to the chop is very good, but at the same time, having access to your what is that? To your fishing rod is good. So yeah, her Lloid Rocket goes up, Villagers goes to the side, so it is different, and I think that's why her pressure isn't as good, because she doesn't have an extra set of pressure with the Lloid Rocket going up. So yeah. Anyway, and then our last character, he's back. He's back. That's the guy, man. Macho Man Randy Incineroar. So he is in this bitch, and he is doing it up. Now, Incineroar, as much as I love to play him, is actually not that good of a character because he's very slow, but at the same time, Incineroar can steal some fucking wins with his revenge. And on top of that, if he has rage. Now, Incineroar is definitely he's a heavy. And he does heavy things, and he runs slow, and he hits hard. And what you'll be doing a lot of times, you'll be seeing a lot of Incineroars go for that dash side B, the Alolan Whip, because you're going to need to do that. That's going to be a lot of your kills, especially if you get a revenge, because that shit kills mad early. If not, you have good smashes. Your back air is strong. Your forward air is pretty strong. Your neutral B is pretty good for just pressure or going off stage, and because it just spins and it's a long-lasting hitbox. Your up B out of shield is not the greatest, but it does hit. It's a two-parter though, so you have to watch yourself on that. And yeah, mostly this character revolves around like kind of dash dancing around, with punishing, getting revenge, and then hopefully trying to get a grab. Now, you're one of the best back throws in the game, so if you get a revenge back throw, you'll also get a kill. But even so, after the last patch, or a couple of patches ago, your up throw is also a killer too. So he's a wrestler through and through. You have good throws, they do good damage, they do good knockback. You can get KOs off that. You have the Alolan Whip where you'll get KOs off of as well. Your aerials are actually not that bad. Up airs are really good aerial for combos. You can hit like 2 or 3 up airs usually, and if you're on a platformed area, you can get like 3 or 4 more up airs. Down air is a good spike. I think neutral air is just a good move to just be throwing out like randomly. It's a good out of shield move too. So you got options. The issue with this character though is that, like, yeah, if you're playing against a zoner, man, like, it's rough. And on top of that, like, if you do get revenge and you get grabbed out of revenge, your revenge is automatically gone. So you have to watch yourself and how you go in when you have revenge, because if you whiff a grab, you're getting grabbed, and if you whiff a side B, you're definitely getting grabbed as well. So, but I do like this character a lot. I play Greninja and Incineroar myself. Because he's just a fun character. Like, this is one of the funnest characters you can play in this game, straight up. Like, it just feels good to hit Alolan Whips. It feels good to hit like anything with this character. When he hits smashes, he taunts. It's just a fun character, man. In the meta though, yeah, you're gonna get outsped and you're gonna get camped, and your recovery will probably get blown up if you side B at the wrong time. But you can do some pretty tricky stuff with side B. Like if you side B and grab someone off the stage, you don't even have to hit it. You can just let it bounce off and then like try to go for an edge guard after that. But for the most part, yeah, this character can be a little lacking. Like if you're looking at the tier list, like he's definitely on the bottom half of the tier list. But it's still very fun. So if you are trying to play a fun character who likes to slam and yell, "Ooh, yeah," then this is the character for you. So, and that's the video for this one, man. We'll be getting into the DLC next video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series all together. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you leave a like and comment below. If you have any other tidbits about these characters that you want to put out there, then make sure you hit that comment. Let the people know, because I know people are reading these comments as well. I appreciate y'all watching these videos, and if you're not already subscribed to the TK Breezy channel, then please do so. But if you've not already come to the stream yet and subscribe there as well, make sure you subscribe here as well, man, or at least come through and hang out. I stream every day, Monday through Friday. I know this is Saturday right now that I'm shooting this, but I stream every day, Monday through Friday, and we do all kind of cool stuff here. So thank you for watching. The chat says thank you as well, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.